Salut pour tous et bienvenue dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Ed Zanetti. Our trip around the global forest brings us to Bolivia. Bolivia is a country that holds a large portion of tropical forest, 5 billion cubic meters of stocks on tropical hardwoods, and it doesn't reach the use of 20 million cubic meters per year. And it doesn't reach that level of usage, which is way, way below what it should be using, due to the excessive legislation which brings the cost of harvesting way higher and makes the activity not interested for the local investors. The sector is largely dominated by international NGOs, and there is a United States governmental program that practically monopolizes the forest concessions in the country. So the forest concessions are less interested on productivity and more interested on having large areas under its management, right? So due to this situation, the social and economic contributions of the forest sector, the tropical forest sector to the country is negligible. And forest plantations have been increasing. The first one was done on the 30s from the last century, but it didn't resulted on any improvements on the forest sector so far. And of course, Bolivia had statutized some companies in the past, which makes the environment a little refractory for international investors. So this is the situation in Bolivia, not a good one, and we already know that this happens in the Brazilian Amazon as well. I mean, this Tarapoto system, this archaic and primitive management system makes people less interested in the sector, and they don't use the biomass as we don't do it in Brazil. It lays down in the field, rotten, and it becomes a very good environment for the spreading of infectious disease that we see largely present on Bolivian forest, as we will see in the Ecuadorian forest, which will be the last Southern American country we will be visiting into this first round of our trip. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on the daily struggle for justice. Ed Zanetti, pour tous mes amis africains.